Hello Virgo, this is Olivia with DOS Tarot. I'm here to do a weekly reading for you. It's going to be from July the 13th through the 18th. So starting next Monday through Saturday. I am doing a different layout a little bit. I'm pulling the cards before I turn on the camera because I know I've been using more minutes than I should. Not that there's a limit, but for me, I feel like people want to watch something that's a little bit shorter than what I was doing. So I'm going to go ahead and start. The first card out was the Ten of Swords. Now this talks about coming very close to the end of a situation that was very hurtful and painful. But you are able to have enough strength, willpower, and control to head on and move away from that, to leave it behind, in other words. And it doesn't necessarily mean a physical move. It just means internal, psychologically, spiritually, things on that nature. But you can do better than you can do it. You've got the strength, you've got the control, you've got the willpower. You can do it, and just stay on that until it's complete. Now down here it talks about, with the Five of Wands, this talks about also doing the best you can, not only for yourself, but for those that are around you, for others. So just always do the best you can for yourself and for others. Now the Six of Pentacles in reverse, this talks about somebody that's kind of stingy with their money. It's like someone has asked, whoever, this is your person, this is you. So your person has been asked for, someone has asked your person for help, but for some reason they're not sharing that. Is it financial or is it some other means? But whatever it is, it just shows that you're not giving, you're not sharing what you have. And someone has asked you to help. So we'll have to figure out what that is. And then with the Star in reverse, remember, she's not going to be the, she's not going to be the shining, beautiful thing in the sky, but she is going to still be able to offer you hope. There might not be blessings, and there might not be the healing or things on that nature, but for sure she does maintain hope. So don't give up hope is what your person is saying. Don't give up hope. And that sounds like the same here. It's like, we know you've been through this, but you've got it under control, and you know you're going to do the best that you can in both of these situations. And they're saying, don't give up hope. Now, the Temperance, this talks about to make sure that you moderate your entire life, not just one aspect or another, but for your whole life. Or let me reword that. Moderate your life in both a physical, spiritual, emotional, and intellectually. Let your actions be appropriate to the situation. And sometimes that might mean inaction. So just make sure that you are aware that you need to moderate your physical, spiritual, emotional, and intellectual abilities. And just make sure that you don't get those one-sided on one thing, and then it'll, and then kind of forget it. It's like focusing on one aspect of those four, and then you forget about the other ones. Like, you know what I mean. Make sure you're taking care of yourself physically. Make sure you're taking care of yourself spiritually, emotionally, and intellectually. That's in the mind. So, moderation. That's good. And that's actually for your person. But it is probably for both, to be honest. Because if you think about it, this is what's happening here. On the bottom of the deck, you did get the Magician and the Upright. And we know that, his, like, this is the kind of card that's like praying and asking God for gifts or what have you. So we'll keep that here, and then we'll do some clarifying. Let's say, like for instance, let's say you don't feel like you have enough stamina. Well, then you would ask for the wands, or for that energy of the wands, you know, action. That order. All right, let's go ahead and clarify the Ten of Swords. What was this about? Something about someone coming in with, you must have received some bad news. Because the Knight of Wands, when he's in reverse, his messages come, but they're usually bad news. So you got some kind of bad news here. But it didn't seem to hurt you too much because you're happy. It's almost like it would have been a relief to you in a sense. Because maybe now you can focus on your family and your marriage. Interesting. So then let's clarify the Chariot, which is good though. It's good that you're able to get through that. Ooh, we got the Hierophant. You may be talking to a priest or something on that nature, or somebody that you look up to that can spiritually guide you on a path. And that would be good that you have that, because this is a spiritual card as well. So you're praying. You know you need guidance, but it is here for you. Don't think you're alone, because you're not. And then the Empress. Now this is somebody that's very loving and nurturing. She's a beautiful person inside and out. She's a mother. And I always say that sometimes you can switch the gender, but with the Empress, I never switch that to a male. I just don't, because it doesn't make sense. She's definitely feminine. So this is like a mother figure. All right, then let's clarify that Five of Wands. Now again, this talks about doing the best that you can, not only for yourself, but for others around you. Oh yes, always offer love. You know, even if there is a marriage here, you know, don't forget to offer love, not only to, say, your wife, but also to your children. Let them hear you say those words. They may know that you love them, but it doesn't hurt to verbally say those words. So that's really nice too. Oh, and this could be you, Virgo, sitting on your throne, full of love, compassion. You have an open heart. You listen easily. You probably give really good advice. Very spiritual too. Very nice. Okay, now let's look at your person. What is going on with this Six of Pentacles in reverse? This talks about somebody that's stingy. It's like someone asked them for something and they have the money, but they didn't share it. It's like greediness. I don't like that. Yuck. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Well, there's no victory here. This means that your person, they're not only not sharing money or whatever it is that was asked of them, but they're internally not receiving any glory for it. It's like a dagger. It's weird. It's like there's no feelings here. It's like they did it out of bitterness. Wow, because they're not even getting the glory for it. And they have the money, but they're not willing to share it. Wow. Ooh, and then we have the Two of Wands in reverse. Now this talks about some plans that had apparently been made in the past. A plan to travel, a plan to go on a journey of some sort. But it's been put on hold, and that could very well have something to do with the current situation with this, the way the world is right now. Everything's kind of getting shut down again, and it could have something to do with that. It just makes things delayed. That's interesting. And that might be affecting this person not giving you whatever it was that you were expecting from them. I don't know. I don't understand that situation, but it has something to do with traveling. And there was supposed to be some money exchanged between the two of you. Either them giving you money, or it could be that you were supposed to be giving them money, or something. But there was definitely no inner peace or happiness about it. It didn't work out. Let's talk about the Star in reverse. Oh, the Sun card. This talks about, so like I said a while ago, she's not going to, when she's in the reverse, the only thing that she can truly say that she can help you with is with hope. That's one of the biggest aspects of this card, is she gives blessings, healings, and hope. And it's kind of like a blessing come true. But in the reverse, she's only able to help with the hope. And at least you do see this, that this card, this Sun card, whatever she's offering, it's going to multiply it big time. So the hope is going to be big. And there's going to be growth, and there's going to be happiness. So all of that stuff with the card plus the hope, all of that's just going to go, it's going to just get huge. It's going to expand. That's a better word. And there is some kind of releasing of some kind of, like when two people are bound together so tight, you know, it's like there comes a time when they need to pull apart, because it's toxic to be so bound to somebody that you can't, neither one of you can pull away from the other. But in reverse, it's like releasing the chains that were binding you guys together. And that's your person and you, whoever that might be to you. Maybe there's been some kind of release of restrictions in your life. And this could be either your person that you're living with, or it could be a partner. But right now it just feels like family, with the family card here, pastor, whatever. That's what it feels like. There's been some kind of change in the dynamics of a home. That's great. That's good news. All right, let's clarify our Temperance. Remember, I talked about her, you know, she's asking you to make sure that you moderate your entire life. Don't just focus on one aspect. Well, let's say you're a workaholic. Don't just focus on making money, working 12-hour days and, you know, neglecting the family. They're not asking you, they don't want you to do that. They want you to moderate between all of the aspects of life. Like sharing this love with the family, children. That's beautiful. And then Temperance. There's been some kind of judgment here. Judgment. Now, judgment talks about resurrecting. It's like there's something that's died in the past. And temperance is here with judgment to help bring that back to life. Now, only you probably know what that means. Let's see if I can get another card on it. Yeah, I don't know what it means. Only you will know, because it doesn't give me any information than what's in this set of cards here. So temperance is asking you to moderate your life. And with judgment, it's like temperance is here to help you balance a situation where it can be brought back to life. Now, it could have something to do with the family dynamics, and like this being released. That's really good. So maybe this is what this judgment is about. It's like, let's relook at your situation, and then we'll see if we can get this balance back out again. Because maybe there was some hard times in the past. Okay, I'm going to clarify the Magician real quick. Oh, someone's looking for a help. Somebody wants to have a balanced home that's financially secure with children, pets, maybe a grandpapa. This is what someone is manifesting. They're just, and it's probably you, Virgo, just looking for a happy home with balance in it. And that's what temperance is also asking you to do. Balance that home. Get it all balanced. Get it back to normal, or better than normal, actually. And one more card for that. Yes, you're responsible for it. You are the Emperor. He's the one that gets everything back in order so that everything is running smooth again. Okay? Beautiful. All right, I'm going to do the 4-card layout, and we'll get a potential outcome for each of these. Okay. Now, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse talks about a plan that had been set in motion that has now been put on hold. And now the 5 of Pentacles talks about some kind of financial stress that you and your family may be going through at this time. There might be some health issues, especially with the masculine figure here. And then the Knight of Swords. Now somebody's coming in really fast, and they're bringing you good news, and it's very truthful news. So you might want to make sure that you listen to it. I don't think there's going to be any knife cutting or anything like that. This is just somebody that says, we've got to get this information to Virgo. It's got to be delivered, because it is the truth. And then the last card for the reading. Yeah, somebody's wanting to not be so defensive. Somebody's opening up, in other words. There had been a lot of opposition before, other people that were probably interfering with your life or your family or whatever. Now there's none. So you don't have to be as defensive as you've been in the past. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Cups. Now this talks about, it could be a business partner, or it could be a romantic love. Or maybe it's just renewing your love with the person you're with now. All right, Virgo, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helps. And I will see you during the month later on. Until then, namaste.